It is news no family wants to hear: a loved one killed in a ruthless act of violence. And in Fort Worth, that is becoming all too familiar. Good evening. I'm John McKay.
I'm Cynthia Izaguirre. So far this year, 54 people have been killed compared to 47 victims at this time last year. Channel 8's Lauren Zakalik shows us what police are doing about it.
Police say 6 people a month on average are dying of homicide here in the city of Fort Worth. But for the families of the victims, it's not just a troubling statistic. It's a painful reminder of how much is lost every time it happens.
We had so much time, more time that we could have spent with her. She was just 32 years old.
It has been 3 excruciating months.
She was my third daughter, my wild daughter, my exciting daughter.
Since Melinda Hamilton lost her daughter, Shamika Rodriguez, in a flurry of gunfire on the city's southeast side.
No, I wouldn't wish this on anybody.
But it is pain shared by dozens of families. This year so far, 54 people have died by homicide in Fort Worth, up about 15% from the same time last year. In fact, Fort Worth has had more homicides in the past 9 months than in all of 2014.
It is a concern anytime that we have an increase in homicides.
In May, a noticeable uptick in violent crimes led police to launch a special task force where officers saturated high crime areas. But that ended shortly after. Knowing the majority of homicides this year have stemmed from fights or arguments, Officer Daniel Segura points out, even without the task force, Fort Worth PD is still bulking up its street presence.
We are almost to 1,700 officers. This past week, we graduated another class, so we have about 100 new officers on the streets.
He mentions the recent introduction of citywide cameras as another effort to deter crime.
Cameras is good, but we still need to see our police officers out there.
Of the 54 homicides this year, 18 are yet to be solved. Hamilton's daughter, her sweet, exciting daughter, is one of them.
It wasn't time for you to go.
In Fort Worth, Lauren Zakalik, Channel 8 News.